Hello, I'm Alan Davies. Welcome to As Yet Untitled. This is the show where I have 4 guests and we have a bit of a chat. I don't really know what we'll talk about. We don't even have a title of the show. We work towards the title. We will conjure it during the... I'll just get them on. Please really welcome my guests. Hello, everyone. Welcome. So I'll introduce you all, if I may. This is Hal Cruttenden. Hal Cruttenden, it says here, it's all about him. Hal Cruttenden is here. Zoe Lyons. Zoe Lyons worked on a banana farm with Snake Lady. Stephen Mangan went to a girls' school and will never again buy a takeaway coffee from a service station. Stephen Mangan is here. And Sarah Millican, already National Treasure status has been bestowed.
Really?
And you should think twice about borrowing her Nissan Micra. Sarah Millican. No, I consider you a national treasure.
Oh, well, that's nice.
I don't know what it is about you. You're treasurable.
And national.
You're from the nation.
Who else is a national treasure, just so I can say what gang I'm in?
I think the head one is Thora Hird.
She's the head one.
She's the head. She's the
there,
main national treasure.
But she's dead, isn't she?
Yes.
So you're in the league.
You've already got an advantage on her already.
No, it's not just...
Promotion is imminent.
So you still keep the position if you die?
I think she's still a national treasure, yeah.
OK.
Yeah, you're right. You're probably right.
It's gotta be harder,
If
man.
you include dead people, it's only going to expand the category.
Well, Nelson, Wellington... Sorry, I'm just thinking of
No, they're
national
not
treasures.
national treasures, you know.
Oh.
They're just highly privileged members of the aristocracy who ended up in charge of thousands of men who couldn't go anywhere without fear of being executed for desertion.
It's already got very, very left-wing, hasn't it?
I just do that on weekends, so it's not every day for me.
Now, you're the youngest one here. Did you know that?
No, I'm not the youngest here, am I?
I think you are.
Oh, now it's getting awkward, isn't it? We're all
Well, it
like,
can't be me.
I thought the
70s,
60s.
baby.
70s.
70s?
60s.
Oh, hello.
Just 69.
60s.
You're-
60s.
Oh, really? You're
Really?
very well
61.
preserved.
You look great, Stephen. What do you use?
It's just drugs. And plastic.
Drugs and
I've heard of fillers,
plastic.
but you just get plastic and melt it onto your face.
Yeah.
Works
You've
every
got
time.
cracking skin. You've got cracking skin as well.
Oh,
Hal.
thank
What about
you.
my skin, Zoe?
Very good.
I don't think cracking skin.
Cracking skin. Yeah.
I mean, I know what you mean.
This is why I don't work on the ground floor of Selfridges. Hello, madam, you've got cracking skin.
Can I direct you to the hardware department?
I hate walking through the ground floor of those departments. It's
Yeah.
terrifying.
Because
You
of
can't-
all the women who work
Because
on the
the
makeup
women, they're
counters.
terrifying.
What happens if you're a single woman walking through there? Do they leap out? I imagine
you
they
just
leap out
get
and
drenched in
drag
a
you back
sea
into their lair.
of nosebleedy perfume that you don't want to be in.
By the orange people.
By the orange people. The orange people.
What did you, one of my friends said that this man said to her, "Can I ask how old you are?" And she added like 15 years onto, because he was about to say that she needed X, Y, and Z products. So she added 15 years on, and he said, "Actually, you look really good for that." Yeah. She got away with it. Totally got away with it.
Sometimes they squirt at you, don't you, as you're going by.
Yeah.
It's all I
Yeah.
can do not to react like John Prescott. You know?
Throw a left hook.
Don't squirt Prezza. Get chinned. I've got Hattie Jakes, I've got Youtha Joyce. I cannot think of a living one.
Oh, Judi Dench is a living
Judi
national
Dench.
treasure.
Judi Dench.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
There was sort of a sigh from the audience going,
Yeah.
"Wish she was here." Yeah. That was awful.
Victoria Wood.
Maggie Smith.
Maggie Smith.
She's not cuddly, though, is she?
No.
I don't think she's
What are you
treasure.
saying?
No.
Oh, God.
She's not warm, is what I mean. Warm.
Yeah, it's a particular blend of characteristics.
You sort of
Being
admire
a brilliant
her.
actress isn't enough.
No, you admire
I would imagine
her.
it's like hugging a rake. You'd be,
Yes.
You'd be very, yeah, be like that. Oh, this is awkward. I'll put it back in the
But I
shed.
don't even mean physically. I mean, it's something
Much
about...
nicer to hug you than a rake. That's what Zoe is
Well, he's not
saying.
getting any hugs, but you can have them.
Who?
Dame Helen.
Helen
very
Mirren.
famous male.
Dame Helen.
yeah.
You don't even need the Mirren.
Dame. Do you know, I once worked in a restaurant and she came in, Helen Mirren, and she's cool. Helen Mirren. She's really cool. And she was so polite, because when I worked in a restaurant, you really could go off celebrities instantly. Gambon, I'll never talk to again. I know, no, very rude, very rude.
Oh, no.
Lucian Freud, a delight. Anyhow, so... I was serving Helen Mirren in the restaurant once, and she had a few glasses of champagne. She was really enjoying herself. And she got up to leave, and she left the restaurant, and I know she'd left her glasses on the table. So I ran after her down the street. I was running down the street going, Dame Helen! Dame Helen!
Oh,
And then in the end, I just wolf voice went, Oi, Helen! Your specs! And she was lovely.
which restaurant was this?
I worked in Morrow on Exmouth Market, which is... It was quite trendy.
Is it
Terribly
are there that
good.
many celebrities in
Well,
one?
we
It's
got a
not
lot
just
in.
a dream.
No, we got a lot in, yeah. We got them all in.
Morrow.
Yes.
Yeah,
very nice.
Spanish. Spanish
Not heard
food.
of it either.
Yeah.
Is it like Nando's at all?
We
Not
occasionally had
dissimilar. You
chicken.
can get,
You get chicken
some
in it?
spicy chicken in
Do
there.
you have to get your own cutlery?
No.
No, what? I like it.
I brought you that.
Zoe will bring it
I brought you
over
that.
if you're nice.
I was the worst waitress in the world. Have you ever done waitering while you were...
I did it for one Christmas when it was like pre-done menus, and I got my bum pinched. And
Sorry about
that. No,
lovely
I
bum.
was 21 at the time, and
Yeah.
it was a hen night, and they were really flirty with me, and they.
Yeah.
It was my one moment of experiencing the kind of thing that women put up with all the time, but it was awful. I'm a bad example of it because I got it so rarely. I slightly enjoyed it and just went home going, somebody wanted me. Someone wanted me.
Leaving your bum hanging out just a little bit.
Yeah, I was going. Oh, would you
Anything
look
else
at it
for that?
again?
Dessert menu? So, Hal, can you tell me why it's all about you? What does that refer to?
This is my problem in doing a little show like this where we talk about things, is that socially, I'll admit this, I'm one of those awful people that turns conversations back to them the whole time. But even my family notice it. This is a real conversation with my youngest daughter when she was 8. I picked her up from her first time she'd gone to this little drama class, and I was having a hot chocolate with her later on. And we're sitting there drinking, and she's drinking a hot chocolate. And I went, so how was it? How was your drama class? And it was brilliant. It was great. It was great. My teacher's very gay. And I said, yeah, I said, do you know what? It doesn't matter if someone's gay or straight or not, but you know, you shouldn't actually make judgments about people's sexuality based on how they come across. You know, I do quite a lot of comedy about people thinking I'm gay and not being gay. And she sat there at 8 and said, Daddy, since when did my drama teacher become about you? And that was... And I get it the whole time now. Every time I try to give advice, go, Daddy, it's all about you. But as other comics, do you also suffer from that, or are you quite...
Well, I want to know, firstly, was he gay and are you gay? Those are the two questions we were asking.
I don't know if he's gay or not.
OK.
It was an 8-year-old's opinion. But she actually left the drama group quite soon afterwards. But
Homophobe.
But homophobe. Dreadful homophobe. But actually, I've had... My oldest daughter, Martha, came up to me when she was 7. I mean, they're quite obsessed with my sexuality, and I don't know if it's a phase all kids go through, where they doubt their parents' sexuality.
No, just so you know, it's not.
Martha came up to me when she was 7, very seriously, and said, Daddy, are you gay?
But you are delightfully camp.
Yes, but I didn't notice it as I went into comedy, because I was at drama school and being an actor, and actors,
Yeah.
everybody's wildly camp, aren't they? So...
No.
No, okay, no.
But I think you're right. I think comedians have a brilliant way of bringing stuff back to them. She said,
Yeah.
grabbing the conversation.
Yeah.
No, it is true. For example, my mum's going into hospital for an operation next week, and I had to go through my diary and go, Tuesday would be better for me.
Well, I did a terrible thing that I know my mum would like, but my mum died about a year ago, and I was telling somebody on the phone that my mum had died, sitting in my mum's bedroom. She'd been downstairs, and it was, you know, she'd been ill for a long time. And I thought up a joke about it as I was telling someone and wrote it in my phone. That's a poor... I know, that's sick. There's somebody there holding their face going, oh, my God, is this man going to play... My mum loves it. It's a bloody good joke. It's a bloody good joke. It is a good joke. It's a good joke. I can't tell it now because I've said that too much. But I went a bit nuts when my mum died, but I didn't go psycho. I couldn't fit into her clothes. Yeah, I ruined it with the build-up, didn't I?
You can watch the rest of this episode on UK TV Play. And now for some extra stories that didn't make the show.
I grew up in rural Ireland, and we had no telly until 4 o'clock in the afternoon as kids. There was just a blank screen, but we'd still sit in front of it, just waiting expectantly. Just with nothing on, and then somebody would. Oh, it's brilliant. 70s Ireland, when adverts were just cards, just slides.
Oh, really?
And the same bloke did all of the adverts. It was like Robinson's Jam. Get your jam from Robinson.
Did it ever fall down and reveal him and he put the card back up?
And then there'd be another slide.
Just imagine it's a man with a box on his head.
He did all of them. So it'd be like Robinson's Jam, the best jam from Robinson's. And then another slide would come and it'd be Duncan's Diesel, the diesel that'll get you there. And then, dip your sheep in this. It was I remember when we finally got colour telly, I was like, magic! It's magic!
Where was that?
It was rural Ireland.
Where?
We lived for a time in a place called Ballypatrick, which was, small, properly small. Our telephone number was 5, and that's not a joke. It's absolutely true.
My dad's was 6.
And they'd have to put you through. They'd have to put you through.
Listen for the
That is a
rings.
joke.
No, it's absolutely true. Our
Your telephone number was 5.
Ballypatrick 5, and at the time.
But my
That's
dad
different
was...
from the Birmingham 6.
You'd have to listen for the rings.
Yeah.
6 rings was their number, so you'd go ring, you'd count. You get to 6, and then it'll ring again, it'll be next door, number 7. It was literally listening for the right rings, and anyone could pick up in the whole village and listen to what was going on. So as soon as the phone, you could hear like hundreds of phones being picked up.
This is Ireland as well?
Yeah,
Ireland
the
as
old
well,
exchange and the old exchange. And my mum would have to phone the post office to be put through. We had a phone that had a wind-up handle on it.
More stories about Ireland.
And Mum would pick it up and go, "Hello, it's Julie Lyons. Could you put me through to Ballypatrick 4, please?" And the lady at the other
like
end
her
would
voice.
go, she'd go, "There's no point, Julie. I've just seen her walking past the window." It's the complete opposite of where we are now with this. It's so lovely.
Yeah, it's sort of preferable.
But terrible if your house was on fire and like, could you put me through to 999? Oh, there's no point, they're in the pub, love.
I did the Cambridge Ball once, and it was very... I don't know why I've been booked for this. I didn't go to any university, let alone a good one. And I was really concerned that they might find out what my A-level results were before I went in, even though I was just supposedly doing comedy. And they gave us, I was with another comic, and they gave us a little room, as like a green room, and they put Ribena and just packets of crisps. That was our. We didn't ask for that, but that was what they thought we'd like because they'd forgotten that we weren't 14. And my on-stage time was 1 a.m.
Oh no!
Yeah,
no.
and I went out, and there were people genuinely in top hats, and not ironically, like in actual top hats. And I had to do 45 minutes.
Wow, that's
and
a
I
long
did
time.
20 minutes, and they all agreed that that was probably the best place to leave it.
How long did you do in the shop?
I think I was supposed to do 20, and I think we probably got to about 10. And I think, again, it was that kind of thing. You can just see it in everybody's eyes, like, just put her down. Like,
It's just...
You were on the store PA, was it echoing all around the...
no, it had. They'd gone out and got those wobbly. Those wobbly speakers on sticks, they're like somebody's come in and put them up, and there's a mic with a really like a Fisher Price microphone.
Just wondering if you're getting interrupted with Janine, we need you on till 2.
It wasn't a million miles from that. It wasn't a million miles. Yeah.
What A-level results did you get?
Let's clear this up.
I got 2 Ds and an A because I wasn't going to university because my parents couldn't really afford it. So, and the only way I could have gone is if I'd stayed at home and not sort of, lived away. So I decided not to do it. So therefore, I just kind of worked. I didn't really work very hard.
Would you rather have gone?
No, because I think the things that I wanted to do, I didn't need it for. And I think some people get kind of bullied into going because it's kind of, this is what's expected. Where I don't think it's necessary for every job.
What sort of things did you want to do at that age?
I wanted to get into the media, and I knew, just like I wanted to be like a runner or a broadcast assistant or something like that, and I knew that I would have a better chance of just getting in at the ground level and working my way up. I didn't think a degree would have made that much difference. So.
Did you have a contract lined up?
No, I just had loads of normal proper jobs that I did, and kind of I used to always think I'm going to write myself out of this shithole. So I would be in a job that I hated, but I'd get home and try and like work on my play or work on a short film script or something like that, and I always try to write myself out of it.
We'll keep plugging away. You'll get there one
Yeah. I just love the idea. So when you were saying you were doing a gig at Cambridge and you were worried they were going to find out your A-level results, do you think they were all in MI5 or something going, look at our A-level results?
They were, actually.
Yeah.
But maybe just as soon as I opened my mouth, they'd go, didn't do that very well at all. But yeah, but it was...
So what did you get the E in?
The E was...
Relentless.
I think it was French.
Oh.
But my mum told... I don't know what you're saying. What's he saying? But my mum told I probably shouldn't say this, but my mum told my neighbour that I got 2 A's and a B.
Really?
Why not?
Have you got brothers and sisters?
I've got an older sister.
And did she go to university?
She did, but she did it day release sort of later on, so she went
Day
to...
release?
What is it called?
Slip of the tongue, the tabloid suddenly going, there's a story of Millican's sister.
Her mum said she's gone to university.
Ford's Open University.
There is a neighbour somewhere in the northeast going, yes, I knew it.
One was in prison, the other failed.
What is it called? When you do just 1 day a week from a job?
It's part-time.
Open University,
It's
was
got
it?
a special name, isn't it? What was that?
Apprenticeship.
No.
No.
Anybody else? It is day release. See? Shut your faces. Thank you. Nice couple on the end. Thank you.